will happen, especially if you're like this size, yes. But and you can prepare for it, and you also need to be aware that nothing will go as you planned, but you can still be prepared. Now, the first thing you should do is read about it. Many of us just trust our doctors or midwives and just do exactly what they tell us, and that's great, but you should also be very aware of what's happening in your body, what will happen in your body, what can happen to your baby, and then make a birth plan according to what you think will be the best for you. Now, I am not, I'm a promoter of natural birth, although I haven't been through it quite yet. But I also am very accepting of women who want an epidural, and that's great, but you should know what an epidural can do to you and what it can do to your baby. And just as long as you have all the information that's available to you, so you can make, again, an informed decision. So that's the first thing. Read and be informed. The second thing is talk to your partner. So if you're married or you have a boyfriend or whoever is going to be holding your hand, you should be very, very communicative with that person and tell that person what your biggest fears are, what your wishes are, what you are expecting from that person to be doing while you're in labor. You just need a huge, huge open channel of communication for this to be as good as an experience as it can be. Third thing is be prepared and willing. So many things can happen, and you need to make a list, and again, your birth plan, and say, okay, this is what I want, and then be very prepared and willing and just flow, because so many things can happen, right? There are so many stories about women who wanted a very natural birth and ended up with a C-section, or the opposite. I mean, there are so many stories around. You should also just be listening to positive birth stories, because everybody just tends to give us the negative ones, and that's just, it's not fair. So you should listen and read positive birth stories, and be in a place that you think you will have one yourself. Prepare your body. Now, this is very important. This, nobody tells you, again, which is one of the reasons for this video, how to prepare your body and what you can do to help it along. Of course, your body is brilliant, and your body knows exactly what it needs to be doing, how to expand, how to move the bones, right? The pelvic bones will move, how your cervix needs to thin out. There's all sorts of things that your body will do without you telling it anything. But there are certain things that you can do to help your body out and to make this an easier experience. So, first thing is a massage. So there are certain kinds of massages that your partner can be doing on you daily to open up the bones, to help the bones, and also for you to feel better, like pressing on the sacrum. So that's the first thing. The next thing is evening primrose oil. Now this is an amazing, amazing oil, and obviously all these are just tips, and you should ask your midwife or doctor if it's safe for you, but this is what I'm doing. So I take 1,000 milligrams in the morning, and in the evening I insert one, and one of the pills, and this is helping my cervix thin out and become more flexible, because I need that, because a baby will come through. So that's the first thing I'm doing. Second thing I'm doing is vitamin E. I'm not taking vitamin E. I am opening up a pill of these every evening. So I just bite into it, and I take the oil out, and then I put it all over my perineum, preparing that part of my body which has never really been expanded to expand, and preparing the skin to get more moist and better. So that's another thing I'm doing. Then red raspberry leaf tea. This is great. You should drink it not only in pregnancy but always. This really helps tone your uterus, and it's like a miracle worker. So you should definitely use it. And the last thing I'm using is an Epino, which is amazing. So there are several things that I'm doing with the Epino, but it's a pump. You see, it's a balloon with a pump, and you insert it, and then you do some Kegels, and for a while. So that's toning my my area, my vaginal area. And the other thing is that you insert it and you expand it, right? Now you shouldn't be doing this before week 36, and always, always, always ask your midwife or doctor if it's safe for you to be using it. But what this is doing is preparing my body, that part of my body, to expand to up to 10 centimeters, because it's the first time in my life that it's going to do that. And how should I expect my body to do that without hurting me? Or without getting hurt if I've never trained it? Like, how can you run a marathon if you've never run at all, or if you've never run a race? So this is the Epino, and it's also great for recovery of the pelvic floor after the fact. So anyway, these are just some of the things I'm doing. I hope you find them helpful. Don't forget to comment and share, and please subscribe to my channel, and you'll get other things. Okay, have a lovely day. Bye.